My late uncle, Irving W. Phillips, was the creator of the cartoon The Strange World of Mr. Mum. It was syndicated in 180 newspapers in 22 countries during the 1960s. I inherited all of his cartoon panels and his original artwork related to that cartoon. And a few years ago, I published a book called Classic Mr. Mum, which featured 100 of the different cartoons. This course is about my uncle, a retrospective, how he developed his cartooning style. He wrote a Broadway play that he eventually based the Mr. Mum cartoon on. So in this class, we're going to take a look at hundreds of his cartoons, each one worth a chuckle, and we're going to have some fun analyzing the cartoons, analyzing the impact they had on society. If you look in the New Yorker magazine today, you'll see many examples of cartoons very similar to the Mr. Mum concept. Mr. Mum never spoke a word. He just observed the foibles and ironies of life, and very fascinating style. Some of you grew up reading this cartoon every day in the newspapers. Some of you maybe have never heard of the Mr. Mum cartoon. Everyone's going to enjoy this. Everyone's going to have a chuckle. This is a classic, iconic American cartoon. In this class, I'll give a retrospective of my uncle talking about how he developed as a cartoonist, starting out in vaudeville and then getting a job as the first humor editor for Esquire magazine. Then he wrote a Broadway play that featured a little cartoon character who influenced his cartoonist in many ways. And this cartoon character, without saying a word, became the iconic Mr. Mum cartoon. By taking this class, you'll get an overview of one of the most iconic American cartoons, a cartoon that influenced other cartoonists for decades. You'll also get about 1,000 chuckles during the course of this class. And at the end, you'll get an original Mr. Mum cartoon panel by Irving Phillips and that you can take home as your own. If you're looking for a guaranteed laugh or 100, this is the class for you.